Hello everybody, quick channel update. I hadn't actually planned on doing a channel update, but I've had a really awesome opportunity come along, and I wanted to speak to some aspects about what this opportunity means for both this channel and some future reviews I'm going to be doing. And I wanted to speak to that, so I figured, well, I might as well just do a channel update. So, quick kind of channel update-ish things. I just broke the 3,000 subscriber mark. That happened extremely quickly. I didn't expect it to happen as fast as it did. It seems like just yesterday I had done a video on the 2,000 subscriber mark, and here we are about a month and a half later, I think, and I'm at 3,000 subscribers. So this channel is actually growing a lot faster than I would have anticipated. It's really awesome. Now I think part of that actually has to do with one of my videos, which is very much, for me, it was just kind of a one-off video on the Cold Steel 2016 new products. And that went somewhat viral, I guess. I mean, it's not like millions of views or anything, but it is at 27,000 views now in the lifetime of the video. And that makes up like roughly 50% of my video viewership for the past month, which is really quite ridiculous. I don't really know how that happened, but certainly welcome to any new subscribers who came via that video. And I want to just say thank you again to all my subscribers who are out there, because everyone who is subscribing is just giving me that much more encouragement to continue making the videos I'm making. Now, I wanted to speak a little bit about reviews and review videos. I did take a bit of a break from them, and I will be getting back into them a good bit more. I needed that break. I needed an opportunity to just kind of do some other things, but I'm excited to kind of get back in and doing more reviews, so I'm going to start doing that very soon. And tied to reviews, I wanted to talk a little bit about ethics in reviews and disclosure. So, ethics for reviews is really important. Whether you're reviewing books or movies or video games, it's important that people watching the reviews know what your stance is and what is actually potentially encouraging certain type of review scores. What I mean by this is paid reviews. Paid reviews are very much a bane of anyone who's actually looking for quality reviews because, well, if some company hires some person like me to go give something a 5-star review when really it probably doesn't really deserve it, that's not good for the consumer. And so I wanted to make sure I was very clear about where I'm coming from for my reviews and why I give the scores I give and how they are not actually influenced by anything other than my personal opinion. So to begin with that concept, I will say that everything you see behind me and everything you don't see behind me that is sword related, weapon related, medieval related, I have bought all of it. None of this has been purchased for me by any company, maybe as a gift from a family member, but certainly none of it has been gifted to me in order to encourage a review. I've also never received any monetary kickbacks. Now, I'm bringing this up because I've kind of dismissed it in the past, but some people have actually put comments on some of my videos that have said, I think you're getting paid for these reviews. I want to make it very clear, I am not getting paid for these reviews. In fact, I have a very, very nice job that pays for all my interests here, and I really don't need their money in order to enjoy my collection and do reviews. So with that said, I will speak a bit about disclosure. Now, I'm getting an opportunity, and I'm holding the Dark Sword Armory Einar sword for a reason in this video. Dark Sword Armory contacted me after having seen my review of the Einar sword. And they were actually very appreciative of the review I gave, even though, of course, bad things happened to the original one of these swords that I had. And they asked me if I would be willing to do a review of more of their swords if they just sent them to me. So the way this works is, they're going to send me a sword, no cost to me, all cost to them, and I'm going to use the sword as if it were mine. I'm going to mess around with it. I'm going to decide what I think about it. And I'm going to review it as if I had bought it. Then I'm going to ship the sword back to them. They are not paying me for this. I'm not getting to keep the weapon. This is simply for their benefit because they get a review on the internet, maybe drive some business for them. I get the benefit of making a video for you, and you get a benefit of getting what should be a very straightforward and honest review. Now, in the spirit of review ethics and full disclosure, When I have an opportunity to review a sword that is not owned by me and is supplied to me by the company that makes the product, I'm going to make sure there is a footnote in every video that says that this thing has been supplied by such and such company. So when I do end up receiving a Darksword Armory sword that I have not paid for, that they have sent me for the express purpose of reviewing, I will make sure I note that this is coming from Darksword Armory. And that's really it. Again, I'm not interested in taking payments from any company. And I'm not interested in changing the way I do reviews. I very much like owning the sword that I review. But I figured for the benefit of my audience and people who are interested in Darksword products, as well as Darksword themselves, who throughout this entire process have been an extremely stand-up company, and I really can't stress that enough, I think everybody kind of gets a win out of this situation. But I did want to speak to that because while I won't say this in every single video I might do in the future, I want to make sure it's extremely clear and that when I have that footnote in there, you know why. So hopefully in the future when you see that footnote, you'll recall back to this channel update and you'll say, oh yes. And certainly if anyone ever says anything in the comments, I'll be more than happy to link them to this video and say, please watch this video on my stance on review ethics. Ultimately, the success of my channel is because of my viewers, not because of the companies that make the swords, right? I'm not getting anything from them. I'm getting a lot from my viewers. And I will also make note that while I do monetize the ads, I don't get a lot of money out of that. In the entire year this channel's been up, I think I've made now about $100. And that's not really enough to buy really anything. So I'll continue monetizing and I'm going to pump this back into the channel. All the money that comes in through the channel I'm going to put into things to make better videos, either in a new product but probably in better video equipment as I go. So that's just full disclosure, right? There you go. You now know everything that I intend to do with my channel. And I hope that as Darksword sends me swords, maybe there'll be other companies that would like to also send me swords because, quite honestly, I like swords and I wish I could afford to buy every sword I ever came across. But at least now, in this case, I can at least mess around with a sword that maybe I don't own. So, all in all, that's it. That's the channel update. Just wanted to make sure it was all abundantly clear before I got into the process of reviewing these products. So, see you next time in the next review.